Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to Ardent Mages tutorial slash playthrough. Guys, listen, this is amazing. So this videocast is recorded on the same day as the last one you have seen, right? It is the same day except a bit later, it is still my name's day, okay? So, as usual on my name's day, my mom took me for lunch to a Korean restaurant that I particularly like in Warsaw. And the thing is, right next to this restaurant, it's actually inside the restaurant, there is a shop, a grocery shop with Korean stuff, where I usually supply myself with Korean food. Today a miracle happened. Do you hear this? Probably not. It's actually a bowl, it's not a glass. And inside of it is my drink for today. And I'm so excited because actually let me take a sip. I can't wait. Oh yeah, I feel like in Korea, in all actuality. So you may be wondering what this is. It's not juice, it's not ginseng drink, it's not tea, it's not water, it's not anything of the sort. It is actually, I believe it is the first time I ever drank alcoholic drink on camera per se. It is an alcoholic drink indeed. It's known as Macaulay, and I effing love it. And it's almost impossible to get it anywhere in Europe, especially in Poland. I thought it's absolutely impossible, and I was amazed that today I was actually able to find it in that store. And they said, yeah, that doesn't happen too often, we just got it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm taking it, thank you very much. So, you have no idea. Macaulay is my favorite Korean alcohol, by far. I know soju and whatnot, yeah, those exist, sure, but Macaulay is truly cool. Unless you are underage, in this case you shouldn't even think about it as being cool. However, I assume that, I am adult, so I can talk about alcohol, right? No, we have talked about this, I guess, and I should focus on the game instead, but I really wanted to share my happiness with you because it's so difficult to find a Macaulay anywhere. If you want to find out what this drink really, truly is, then I suggest you just go to Google and type Korean rice wine, because that's how people sometimes refer to it, including some Koreans, even though it's not technically speaking rice wine because wine cannot be made of rice, but that's how people often call it. It's Macaulay, but it's also known as Korean rice wine. It's amazing. If you live in a place where you can get it, try it out, especially with friends. It's such a good drink to drink with friends. Anyway, now after this lengthy introduction, that was, what, 2 minutes of talking off topic? Wow, sorry for that, almost 3 in fact. But I feel like it is my name's day, okay? I can sometimes talk a bit of topic, but now let us focus on the gameplay. So the first things first. Last time I completely and utterly forgot about the fact that, yeah, sure, I researched sewer systems, but then I didn't make them. So in my capital, I could in fact buy out some of those things, and I'm tempted to do so. I might in fact do it, but let's have a quick look at Insam, which is another city that will need the sewer systems. Now, you may be wondering why. I mean, those cities are content right now, right? What's the point of me giving them sewer systems? Well, aside from the fact that you do gain extra approval from those, and 1 dash for 1 approval, that's a fair trade that I'm willing to take any day of the week. It's an amazing trade, but it's good enough, and influence is sometimes a bit difficult to get. But happiness is going to be invaluable for me, because think about it. I'm about to conquer 1, 2, 3 more cities, and already just for conquering those 3 cities, my happiness took a big dip and has suffered quite a bit from it. As such, I need to counteract this happiness. Now, in Ginseng, it's less of a problem, because as soon as I finish this triangle, the happiness is going to rise quite drastically, but only to a certain degree, and until I expand this triangle to another level, by adding another bit of triangle, if you know what I mean, then this happiness will still be relatively low, and I will need my sewer systems. Now, of course, it is a short-sighted approach, one could argue, because in the future sewer system will be kinda useless. However, it is not the kind of upgrade you want for, planning for late game. It is something you need to have in mid-game or early game, like I do right now, because warmongers tend to have some happiness problems in Forex games, like I do right now, so I will need it. Will I buy it out? Well, let's have a quick look at Insam first. Insam doesn't need happiness too much, so I'm fine with not buying it out over there. As for those cities, I don't care about them too much just yet, they need to prove worthy to me first. So they are taking cities. It's not something you should do as a player. In fact, I strongly encourage you not to. But personally, when I conquer new cities, I always think of them as second-grade cities, if you know what I mean. And it takes me a while to actually do something with them. But it's very possible, for example, this city in particular. I'm not sure why it's fervent, in all honesty. Empire plan, yeah. I guess I finished assimilating people and people love it. Well, there are a ton of good, actually 1, 2, 3. Yeah, when I look at those anomalies, it's just fair that those people are fervent. So yeah, just because of the anomalies and overall in general, the terrain type in Holaken and its good position on the map, it's right in the center of my empire, future empire that is. This makes it an ideal new capital for me. In fact, if I were playing this optimally, I'd probably make sure that it is seen as such. I would just rush those new battle streets as quickly as possible. I might in fact still do this. But because it is a conquered city, I will always think of it like it's, you know, it's not entirely worth my trouble. And I will always value Jinsen over any other city. That's just how I play. I guess it's a bit of a roleplay element that kind of creeps into my play whenever I play something. Well, if you watch my Endless Space series, you know that I like to roleplay every now and again, and that's something that is just so stuck to my character, I keep doing it. But regardless, let's have a battle, because I dealt with Empire-wide stuff, it's just militia. I think I can safely just go ahead, hold position and ready to fight. Why am I going to hold position? Because if I were to play this, I would take 0 damage. I would just bombard those militia from afar, but I'm curious what the auto battle would do. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, as I thought, Enquake took some damage that there's no way it would. But it's fine, I got done in. A city that I would definitely ban because I need to do so for my faction quest. Not this one, this one. And hold on a second. Oh yeah, I cannot fulfill this last full route. Alright, that's okay. So yeah, in order to fulfill this faction quest, I would need to ban the city down and then recreate it. Even though it does actually have a ton of population, it's surprising how much population points the city has, considering that it is in such a cold area. However, I want to proceed with my storyline, and as such, I just need to destroy the city. There is nothing else that needs to be said right here. So I'll just go ahead, turn on that production. I'm curious if I create a titanium wine, will it stay after I ban down the city? It's an experiment I don't think I ever did, maybe in the very early days of Alpha, maybe. I think I did something of the sort, but I don't remember the results. And it was a very long time ago anyway, so I'm curious what will happen. It's hard to tell. Either way, the city is now mine and I'll ban it down as soon as possible now. Can I ban the city down? Yes! Alright, good! It seems like this issue is fixed. After you conquer a city, once you convert the entire population to your population, you can actually ban down cities. Very good, it makes me really happy and looking forward into the future. Now, this means that I might not actually ban down Shandon. I mean, this doesn't mean that. I just may not burn it down by default. But it is not such an amazing city. It does have a river, but other than that, it's just almost a wasteland. Sure, it does have production science, but that's about it. Hold on a second, this is the last full loot quest. Oh, I could have gotten it so easily. Oh, actually, never mind, it's bugged. I'm pretty certain it was supposed to expire. The last full loot, I was supposed to fail it. But every now and again, quests bug in a way that you actually like. In this case, I was supposed to fail this quest some time ago, I'm sure, because you get this quest with 15 turns in bank and then it goes down. But looks like I bugged this quest and I have infinite time to fulfill it. Nice! I'm not gonna complain after all the bugs I have to go through in this game every now and again. This happens and I like to get my revenge on things that are not even live per se. Now, it's winter time. Now for winter you may want to drink Macaulay. Actually I don't know why, but you might, so give me a second, I wanna sip. Yeah, I like it. I do not have the traditional Korean cup that you're supposed to drink Macaulay from. It's actually a really cool looking way when you just pour Macaulay into cups when you are sitting in a large table with friends and whatnot. And there's this, what is it called? This thing that is bigger than a cup that holds liquid that you're supposed to pour into a cup. What is it called? Whatever, this thing. And then you... it's just this whole ceremony and friends and Koreans and... You have no idea how much I miss Korea and how badly I want to be there already. You have no clue. I just want to be there, I want to live there. It's as simple as that. Will I be able to do so? Maybe, hopefully. I'm doing everything I can to, you know, achieve this goal, so we'll see how it goes, we will see. I'm trying my dandiest. So either way, this city now done with its Bow Street, well, let's just continue making a triangle. This city doesn't really truly need a triangle, because of how much happiness it gets, which is good in fact, because I'll fairly likely be unable to continue this triangle until I get to like this point, because of how awkward the borders look. But until then I can continue trying to make this triangle as triangular as humanly possible, so I'll just go ahead and do that. With population a bit, even more so. No, this guy wants to stay on food production, that's good. And what else is there to do? I gain excess science, that's nice. Other cities have things to do, okay. How about sewer systems? They are in queue. I'm not speeding them up, I do not feel the need actually. I'm unhappy. It's only 145 dust. I might as well do it for 1 extra 10 of happiness, because I will need it, I'll use it, in all honesty. It also increases my empire-wide approval. Now it is winter, so you gain less food and less dust, but in all actuality I don't care too much. As you can see, my dust production is still humongous as a result of having so many cities and so many districts. And now I also have a level 2 district, baby. You can see it right, this is awkward, right here where there is a foundation which kinda obscures the level 2 district. Oh well, soon enough those 2 districts will also become level 2, and then you'll be able to see how cool it looks. Now there's actually a graphical difference between level 2 districts and level 2 city center. It's only a graphical difference, it's not difference in gameplay, but city centers actually look different when they level up, and they usually look way cooler than districts ever could. So it's a shame I didn't go in this direction when I created this triangle, but I think I had reasons, so let's stick with what we have. I will hopefully be able to level this up to level 2 before we end the series. In fact, I almost certainly will, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, where are the little pockets of resistance left? Alright, there is a city, it actually has a bunch of districts, but it doesn't follow the triangular code. It's okay, we can still turn it into a triangle. Yeah, like so. It will not be the best triangle, in fact. Unless we make it already a 4-tile triangle, it will go this way, but there's a ruin right there. Oh, that's fine, I think we can skim around it. Maybe, maybe not. No, I think it's fine. No, it's not fine. They balls this up a bit. That's okay. Maybe I'll just ban the city down. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes I feel like banning things. It's still all good. Alrighty then. I don't think there's anything for us to do at this time. Let's just continue moving forward. Voters are kinda, you know, lurking around in some, but it doesn't matter too much. I'll just let them stay there. Empty research queue. Let's have a quick look. What do I want next? I am, hold on a second, 1 to 3 technologies away from era 3, and my current science output is not the best, and I could increase it by going for this, which would increase the science again from waters, but while this would increase my science gain from sea tiles, it would not contribute towards me gaining a new era, and that's what I'm most interested in. And because I don't even control too much water tiles as of yet, I don't care about this research. In the future, I might grab it because I'll probably control more of the coastline. However, right now it's not too useful. Of course, if I were to move population to science production in a city, sure, then it would be more useful. But I don't care about science that much. As other mages, I know that you can ignore those kind of things when you're just doing decent in science, because you'll never be behind in science because of your pillars. It's almost impossible. So you might as well focus on other areas like dust, production of food, and stop over the enemy this way, because you will probably not have any problems with science. You can of course make yourself the leader in science, but right now the way we are going in this playthrough, it doesn't look like this is what we are going to achieve, so I might as well ignore it. Alright then, let's have a quick look at our rivers. There's one river over here, but it will take me a while to assimilate it into my city. There should be another river over here. No, it's not too close to my city, neither is there a river here. And here again, no river. So I don't care about fish farms too much. I will go for steel houses, but if I want to go for steel houses, I need a canal system first. Now after I get those, to what will I go for next? I will only have one more technology until era 3. So I need to think carefully. Now, because in era 3, that's defense. Yeah, never mind. In era 3, I don't get anything like conscription center. So I am really tempted to queue up conscription center after this. However, there are also 2 other alternatives that I am really considering. The first one are the watchtowers, which are actually fairly useful. Now, mostly in multiplayer, because you want to know where your enemy is. But even in single player they can be useful because as you can see they do increase your health regen when you're near watchtowers. And for my Anqua Wings, would be great. That would be really great. So I'm really tempted to go for watchtowers. But construction centers means that I will have more experience at the start when my units are queued up, created, and as such they will take less damage and deal more damage as a result. However, I don't think this fixes my particular problem, so I think it's maybe a better idea to go for... Oh wow, that was a lightning strike. Anyway, it's a better idea to go for watchtower first. The third research that I'm considering is this. It's Tyler's Guild, which gives you extra accessory slot on unit. And because I already have exotic filigree unlocked, it might be a really good idea because I could create a sickeningly overpowered unit with this and this combined, especially if I can have double the amount of accessories I usually can. But I will not go for it right now. Reason being, because it's bugged and I would have overpowered weapons. I mean, they would still be overpowered per se, but now, because of the bug, they would be more powerful than they are meant to be. However, if you were in my situation and had both exotic filigree and exotic armor, then yes, grab Taylor's Guild, in fact rush it and create units with both of those and in as big of a quantity as humanly possible, because then your army will be not impossible to defeat. In Era 2 at least. You will dominate for some period of time, I can guarantee it. Or at least you will not lose too many battles if you are really being overwhelmed by really numerous forces, but you'll still get very favorable trades. This kind of combination I have right here, it is perfect. And again, the only reason why I'm not abusing it is because, well, there is a bug which would make me even more powerful than I normally should be. Alright. There's that. This guy is actually in the way, so we'll just let him be in the way. Actually, I can move him inside the city, so let's do just that. So he is no longer in the way, and he will just stay in the city, regenerate a little bit. I could also store my Anqua Wings inside the city as well, just to have them regenerate a bit faster. But I don't even think it is necessary anymore. I think that I'm just stomping all over my enemy's face. Give me a second. Sorry, my allergies are still a thing. And oh! Is that a proposal from voters by any chance? I think they're begging for mercy, don't you? Yeah. And they're offering me 3 emeralds, the only luxury resource which is not yet implemented in the game and as such is utterly useless aside from the +10 happiness bonus that you get from every luxury resource whenever you activate it. Are you effing kidding me? Refuse. Go away. I'm going to murder you. And no, not... Okay, I'll murder you slowly because my units went the wrong way. But I'll... Oh, I cannot click. There we go. But I'll murder you one day, so just mark my words. I understand it doesn't look like there's anything for me to do. I do have 1k dust, which is amazing. I'll be able to buy out... No! No, stop! My misclicks are legendary. It's really surprising that I was actually once a really good RTS player. Especially in Red Alert 3, I had my moments of glory. I was fighting on pro gamers. I was winning against pro gamers as well. People like Apocalypse or... What was this other guy's name? It started with C? I don't remember. I thought the guys came in that tournament once. I did lose! Because after I won per se, I was like, oh yeah, I won! So I misclicked. And that single misclick, well, it was the difference between life and death, and it killed me. And even this particular pro gamer, whatever his name was, I forgot. It was like, oh wow, that's a shame because you had me there if you didn't do this thing. And I was like, oh, I know, I could have beaten a very famous pro gamer right there. And I did it. I guess that's the main difference between pro gamers and good gamers. I was good, I was able to fight a pro gamer, I was able to almost win. But I made one single error, and pro gamers wouldn't, at least shouldn't in my spot. And that's what caused me to lose. Things like that happened. It was a really cool tournament regardless, and it was a fun time. All good old times when I was good at RTS, and now they want me to give God? Okay, guys, you're a drag. You drag too much Macaulay. Although I'm pretty sure it is almost impossible, if not just utterly impossible, to get drunk with Macaulay. But maybe they did. So just go home and don't bother me anymore. Alright, I am going to rush Borough Streets just because I want to have more level 3 districts. And this will actually pay off really quickly because, as you can see, each level in a district gives you more dust. And also more other things, which is also rather important. So I'll go ahead and do just that. Move my entire population to food production, so I can grow as quickly as possible, because I do want to have more Borough Streets as soon as possible as well. And I guess I'll create them as soon as possible as well. I'll not even bother creating those mines. I mean, sure, I normally would. But because right now the quest is... I mean, not quest. The items are bugged and are too powerful for their own good. I will not create those mines. Because what's the point? I wouldn't use them anyway because I would feel bad about it. So I'll not do it. What else can I do? I could make more military. I don't think I need to. I could create cargo docks, which I will one day. I just don't need them right now. So I'll just go ahead and let the barrel streets go through and then create another set of barrel streets right there. So that being said, I'll go ahead and end this tab. And then continue my march on to the enemy cities. Is it summer already? No. I mean, it could be. It's 1 to 15 turns until summer, but it's not yet. And guys, you really are drunk. How can you get drunk with makgeolli? In case you're wondering, it has, let me check exactly, 6% alcohol. So yeah, it's really light in that regard. I cannot imagine anybody getting. I mean, sure, if you drink enough of it, then you can get drunk with any alcohol. That is true, but you can imagine that it would be fairly difficult, right? Besides, especially since makgeolli isn't the kind of drink that you drink like, I don't know, beer or something. No. It's more socializing than that, and you're supposed to drink it more gracefully, I would say, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Alrighty then, bar streets. Do I want to continue making my triangles? Yes, I do. Triangles are fun. So let's go ahead and make them as quickly as possible, I guess. That will make it centers until triangle is complete, and that's good. Alright. Belcero, I think I'll keep it. It has 6 population, not too bad. I might keep it. I might ban it as well, but I think it's not in a bad spot anyway. It's a fairly big region. It does have Ericus as well, so just for this sole reason, I'm going to keep this city, and I'll just continue, you know, doing my thing with the triangles. And they want to rush this production triangle. No, this city will have problems with happiness either way, so let it do it slowly. As for this city, it is going to make some more triangles. Yeah, you can guess what I'm doing in my cities right now, and I'll continue doing so for some time. Now, I think I'll move all my population from this city to production, industry production. Reason being, well, it's very simple. I want to fulfill my triangle, finish my triangle as quickly as possible. Especially since this city, it's in a very good spot, but it does have a lot of unhappiness problems. So I don't want to resolve them as quickly as possible, if at all possible. Now, annoyingly enough, I will not be able to make it to Era 3 before 10-100, which is usually what I try to do, if at all possible, because starting Era 3 you can gain some extra Empire plan settings that are unlocked by Era 3. Some of them are fairly good, some of them are not entirely implemented yet, but all of them are pretty good. I mean, science in the industry has a pretty worthless one. It gives you +2 science from districts on winter. In my spot it would be actually pretty good, but considering the amount of influence it takes, which is an ungodly amount by the way, it's not that useful. Not at all. So anyway, let's go ahead. Can I move this army into my other army if I excluded this one zealot? Yes, indeed I can, so let's do just that. Go ahead and follow you. Oh, I lost my movement already, because I moved my army. Alright, that's okay, I can wait a bit longer. At least I have more troops deploying all at once. The enemy has 4 units inside the city. 4 units is not enough, I'm afraid. And oh boy, I have another zealot ready. Well, those guys don't even know what's going for them. Poor guys, poor guys. Anyway, do I want to continue working on something else in here? Can I even make anything in 110? I mean, well, not 110, it would take... Well, 110, yeah. No, the answer is not. I'll just not bother making anything then. I'll just ban the city as soon as I can. Because I don't care about it, it doesn't deserve my attention even. Which is, I know, fairly harsh, but it's the sad, true reality of things. So let's go ahead, finish this thing. What I could do is start a zealot production over there and buy him out, but I don't really think that is necessary. Alright, so now they're willing to pay me that nice amount. I'm gonna get more by plundering your cities though. I mean, not by plundering, but by having them and taking gold from them. Dust, I mean. So yeah. And, oh wait. Oh, it wasn't bugged. It was... Alright, I see what was bugged. This quest lasts for loot. Apparently when it reached 0 10, it's displayed as 15 10s. When it wasn't the case, it was about to be gone. Alright, so it isn't bugged, I guess. I hope you know what I'm talking about, because I know I made a pretty big leap in my thoughts right there. That's okay, I guess, maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and assault. What the enemy... Oh, that's just pathetic. I mean, look at the difference. Am I going to go for manual? Is it even worth it? This will be just a massacre. I'll go for auto. There's no reason to fight. And wait, an Equa! An Equa! Those two, there's no way. You have seen it. It's impossible they would have killed my Equa wing. No, not a chance. Not a chance. I'm so happy I'm killing those guys. They don't deserve to live. Alright. This city has 8 population. It's a bit better. What's its region like? It is fairly big. What about anomalies? It does have some. Triangle potential is there to some extent, but there are ruins like so. More anomalies here, but if I create a triangle like so, then only to a certain degree. I think I might ban the city and then create a new city on top of it. Sure, I'll lose 8 population, but on the other hand, it's a pretty bad spot for a city. I mean, well, where can I go if I triangle my way out of here? If I triangle like so, per se, like here, 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 then I can create another bit of triangle like here, and there it ends because there's a border right here. It's a very bad spot for a city, all things considered. And it's not a sad or amazing place to have either way. It gives me access to levels. No, I'll probably just bend the city down, and because this will be the case, I'll just focus on dust production. Although I'm tempted to focus on science instead, so I'll go ahead and do that for a change. I'll make an aqua wing in here, why not? I'll let the city work on it for a while before buying it out. Only then I will. And as for you, yeah, I know you lost Aqua Wing, I know you're salty about it, trust me, I am as well. And was it the last city of the waters actually? Are they dead? OMG, I'm sorry. I meant to kill your last army in manual battle, but apparently I killed you already. By accident. Oops! That was a famous quote from history at some point, I guess, maybe? Either way, it should say that the enemy is now dead. Does it say so? They are still not dead, alright. And those guys want peace for a ton of dust. They know what's coming, don't they? I might settle for this. I want to discover new lands, and this is a lot of dust. Yeah, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Let's have a bit of peace for a change. We'll backstab each other later. I'm sure they're planning to do the same thing. As for them, refuse, but I'm really curious where this city is. Either way, this video, guys... Oh, it's actually not that long. But it's long enough because of rain. If you can hear it, can you hear it? Maybe not because it's barely starting. But it is starting. There's also a lightning storm. I can see it in the distance. I do not dare continue recording, so I guess I'll finish it right here. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixbar. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.